This is nice. Okay.
This is nice. This is the best frame ever.
This is the best frame ever in Game of Scotch history. And it's a
60 frames.
It's
60
a short
frames.
history too.
60 frames per second.
We've been doing this since 1910 times.
We've been doing this for it'll be a year in June or something. So
yeah, I think we started this in
we're about
July. I think it was July.
We're about eight months in.
Because I remember being balls hot and I could not do anything without just covered in sweat.
And somehow you're still really hot in the winter.
Here. I'm still hot in the winter. I'm always warm. Hello and welcome to another episode of Game and Scotch. My name's Aiden and Eve is back.
Hey, I'm back.
Eve is a regular.
I was.
What happened?
Found a side bitch.
Side bitch. God damn. Is it Scotch and Games?
God damn it.
I knew it. This is the first time you're tuning on to Game and Scotch. We're a show that combines gaming and drinking. Today, we're drinking Johnny Walker's Red Label Scotch whiskey. This is the first time we've had Scotch on the show, which is pretty exciting considering it's in the name.
Yeah, you had some the other time.
I had some on my birthday when I was birthed. Last week was my birthday.
When my mom decided to have me, or did not.
Pinky up, and just so cheers to future endeavors,
future subscribers. This is for you.
That's nice. Ooh, that's nice.
That's a strong one.
It's strong. We are not. I'm not too. At least for me, I'm not too familiar with scotches. So I think I'd like to let me know if you're interested in the comments below. If we've got like a bunch of different Scotch whiskeys, and then just like.
Recommend us your scotches or whiskeys.
Exactly. Recommend it to us because we're noobs. We're scrubs. So even like critiquing like scotches we're learning about because I was realizing this on my trip. Check out my trip video. It's on the channel. That like I was like I don't know how to critique beer because I like beer. So I taste one. I'm like that's good. And next one. Well, that's really good.
I feel like it's hard. Like you're not like a
what do you call it
I don't know, like a snob, like a beer snob.
No.
You're not like, this has a little aftertaste of a
There was
wood.
one beer I had.
Yeah, there was one you said, oh, it's nutty. You're like, this one is nutty. And I was like, I mean, I can understand that.
Nutty. It's got a nut taste. It's nutty. There was one beer I had that like it didn't taste like beer. It was kind of like root beer.
Oh.
It wasn't. No, I just mean like
it tasted sweet.
It's sweet and carbonated. It tasted carbonated, and I was like, I wanted to try this. Like, it was like a seasonal beer. I was at the Inferni, and then they were like, "Yeah, this is it." I'm like, "This doesn't taste like beer."
I didn't really like it very much. There was one beer, isn't it called like Not Your Dad's Root Beer or something like that? And
That's actually root beer.
And I think is it? I thought it was a beer that just tastes like root beer kind of.
Oh, that could be it. I know there's another. There's a couple other ones. You can get like cream soda. There's like a root beer one, and but it's alcohol in it. Because what's a good drink without a little alcohol in it? You know what I mean? We have a problem.
Bad drink.
We have a problem.
Case, very bad.
Well, if you're joining us today, guys, you can watch us on YouTube, or you can listen to us on iTunes and Spotify and many other podcast networks. We're everywhere, guys. We're on Instagram. We're on Twitter. We're on everything. So follow us there, like us, and all that shit.
We're behind your house in the bush.
I'm in your house currently, right now, watching you watch this. You're looking good today. So today we're talking about Anthem. We played through the demo together, and we have our opinions about it. People have their opinions about it, so we wanted to quickly talk about it. Won't be too long of a video, but I thought we could give our 2 sec.
We just tried the demo, so
just tried the demo. Yeah, it was like 3 or 4 story missions, and then it was
one stronghold, which is basically the dungeon of the game. Yeah.
What did you think about Anthem before going into it? Like, were you like kind of open to it, or were you like already like, oh, this is gonna fucking?
I was going in with high hopes, because I think a lot of people had high hopes, especially with the trailers and everything. Like, the game's pretty, man. Like,
dude, it is a good looking game.
But there's been so many games. I think the best example I can think of is like Division. Yeah. When they announced Division and they had trailers, man, that game looked amazing, and the graphics looked so good. And I got Division on release. And I was so frustrated at like it didn't even look remotely close. Downgraded? Yeah, like it looked like complete trash compared to what it was. Yeah. And I kind of have that same feeling about Anthem. I was just like, I have really high hopes, but I'm kind of skeptical. I don't want to really just jump into it.
I still thought Division looked good at launch. I didn't really follow it, but
I even had it on PC and I was running it on high and everything, and it's still
like,
I was like, this isn't the same. They like dumb down some things. Yeah. But like Anthem, same thing. I'm just kind of skeptical, but I did have a lot of fun with the demo still. have some gripes, but yeah, overall I think I enjoyed it.
And you're a big loot shooter guy. Like you like the Destinies, the
Destiny, Borderlands, like
yeah.
that style of stuff.
Yeah.
I like anything with loot.
I'm incredibly picky with loot games, which is why like movement's got to be fun. So when we were playing Anthem, I was completely surprised how much I loved moving. Like I loved flying. I loved hovering and then shooting people.
It took 2 seconds for me when I was just like, all right, how do I fly? And right when I figured it out and I started launching, I was like, oh my God, this already feels fucking good.
It's amazing.
It's fluid, man. And then you figure out that you can hover in place.
You can like fly, change to hover, and then drop down.
Yeah, so for anyone that hasn't played the demo, so essentially like your run stick if you're playing on console. So the left stick to run, if you jump and then you hit that, you fly forward.
Yeah.
And then if you hit the right stick, you stop in place and you hover in place and you can fire down on enemies. It's really cool.
It's really good.
Feels fluid as hell, man. It's fun.
And that's like when I started playing Warframe recently too, and the movement in Warframe is really cool. And
yeah, I've tried Warframe a bit, and it's very good.
Yeah, I didn't really realize that you could do like this, like those cool ninja slide.
You can slide into the second jump and then slide. You just like spam that, and you kind of just like flow.
And I'm like, then that's why I like those loot shooters. I guess like appeal to me because I love just moving around.
Yeah, movement is important.
Trying to look like why didn't Destiny grab me as much as I thought? I'm like, is it because I couldn't like it was basically sprint to move around and maybe that's why I didn't like it?
The movement in Destiny is very just
sprint
basic
there,
shooter.
Get into a car,
It's basic shooter. You get a slide. Most shooters have that now. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just that Anthem steps out in terms of like this has never been done before in how much freedom you have to like fly around. It's incredible. And
you can like dive to like reduce your cooldown because you can overheat. Or you can fly close to water and that'll keep your heat from going any higher. Well, it'll slow it down. And I also heard that you can fly through waterfalls too. That'll actually keep.
I did that a few times. You just have to fly like very briefly underneath, and then for a good like 5 seconds, your thruster doesn't overheat at all.
Because I heard some people complain that they don't like the overheating, but like if you're good at flying, like you don't overheat as quickly.
You just have to manage it. And there's also components you can put on your suit that reduces heat buildup. So I don't see the problem really. But what did you think of? So the mobility is good. We'll give it that.
10 out of 10.
I'll also give 10 out of 10 for mobility. 10 out of 10. Sound design I think was really good.
Oh my God.
Sound design was like just the like clunky noises of your like suit moving and the thruster like bursting when you like go forward and stuff. Everything sounded really good. The gun sounds, the explosions. I'll give it to them for this. The gun sound design was
especially
really
if you're
good.
wearing a stereo headset. Like you and I were playing online, so I had you on chat, so I had my headset on, and it sounded great. Like it was very cool.
Like every time
very
I
immersive.
would pull the ultimate of the Colossus. So like after you beat the demo, so everyone starts with the Ranger, which is just like the basic default one, which is like good at everything, and then you get to pick between the other 3 when you beat all 3 story missions. I picked Colossus, which is the big tanky one, and his ultimate is like you pull out a big cannon that shoots basically like mini nukes.
Yeah.
And every time I had it and I fired at it, I could like feel the impact of the explosion. I was like, oh man, this is so good.
There were moments where like I would ult and he would be like, "Did you ult?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh, I didn't even see it." And then I'd be somewhere else and I'd be like, "Eve ulted. I heard it."
Because so he was still Ranger at the time, and his ultimate is like a rocket salvo that like locks onto enemies, and it just like hits everything in the area.
Super cool.
So I guess my nuke explosion was kind of like masking.
It's loud.
It was masking like all your little rockets.
Did I ult? Was it worth ulting there? Oh my God.
Yeah, but it was
I played
fun,
the what was the guy I played as? It was
Interceptor. Which is like the big stealthy
ninja.
He's very small, but he's got like triple jumps, triple dashes, super ninja like
the Genji.
Yeah, you got like swords, shurikens, all sorts of stuff like that.
His or her ult is like you can just melee people and I think you're invincible.
Yeah, you pull out like 2 swords and then you're like invincible for I don't know how long does it last? Long?
I have no idea how long
really
it
pay
was,
attention,
but it did last a bit. Like
you're invincible and just slash up everything.
Yeah. So yeah, like I had no expectations of this game. I was like, oh, another loot shooter, but BioWare has a good product, but it's EA, like it's so like you go back and forth.
They have microtransactions if you want to do it, but there's an in-game
like
currency.
Cosmetics, isn't it?
It's only cosmetics. It's all cosmetics.
I don't think it's a problem.
It's not really pay to win in any way, and I mean, there's no pay to win regardless because there's no PvP in the game.
Yeah,
unless they're planning to put that out later. That's one thing I'll say about the game that I kind of dislike. I kind of wish there was PvP.
Yeah.
Because like even Destiny, like I love looter shooters to some extent, but the PvP, like it just gives you like more of a challenge. Sometimes you just don't want to shoot AI forever, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know if there'd be like balancing issues, but I feel like they should add PvP at some point, to some aspect.
Especially, I guess there's. Sorry, I'm gonna shut up. I was gonna say something. I don't think it's right. So, no, I would love PvP and that kind of, because I could see like the flying around. And, like,
they should do like squads of 4,
yeah,
like
there's like
squads
elements
of 4 against squads of 4, and
there's like elements that like fuck with your thing. Like if you're overheated, if you're on fire.
Yeah, so there's like status ailments. So
Yeah.
you get like acid, electrocuted, fire, all that shit, frozen. So if you're flying and something hits you with a fireball, you instantly overheat. So like you take fire damage and your thruster can't handle it.
Yeah.
Freezing is super annoying. You have to like spam jump to like get out of it.
Well, my one of my abilities for my mech was like I like negate all status ailments.
Oh yeah,
Like,
the interceptor. Yeah,
That was cool.
You can like cure it.
that was really cool.
In terms of combat, I think the combat is okay.
Yeah.
I think it could be better overall, but my biggest gripe was just that, like, I don't know if they're not sure how to do difficulty well. Like, I feel like some shooters, all they do is like, oh, here's how we make it harder. We'll just give them 10 times the HP.
More health.
But then that's just frustrating. Like,
Yeah.
I'm literally shooting at the same enemy for like a minute to
Yeah.
kill like a small enemy, but it doesn't feel good to kill it. It's
Yeah.
just like, it's just frustrating that it takes so long.
Would you prefer if they like just send more enemies at you?
I think that's what it should be. I think it should be more enemies
Yeah.
and they deal more damage.
Yeah.
You can increase their health pool, like
Yeah.
but give them like double health, not 10 times.
Yeah, that's
like
stupid.
I heard something stupid like, I think so. The difficulty, there's easy, normal, hard, and then it goes Grandmaster 1, 2, and 3. And I think I heard that Grandmaster 3 they have like 9,000% more health. Like something stupid like that.
Well, we don't know what endgame equipment you have. Like you might just
Yeah.
do stupid amount of damage later
I think
on.
that's the
Like,
thing too. Like Grandmaster 3, it even gives you like a requirement of what equipment you have on. It would say like your suit should have a full set of rare or epic or masterwork, and then the last one is legendary. It'll say like don't do like Grandmaster 3 unless you have like full
Have all this stuff.
legendaries.
Yeah.
So I think that might be part of it too. Maybe that's just it. Like the demo doesn't give you a lot of stuff, because I was trying on hard and I just couldn't kill anything.
Yeah.
It was so frustrating. So you're right. It might be that. So I'll probably check it out when it comes out, like a few streamers and stuff, and see what it looks like first.
Yeah, I'm excited to see reviews and see what people think about it. The issue is though, like I think people already hate it. You know.
What
and
do
I
they
really
hate
hope
about it though?
Because it's a loot shooter. It's EA. BioWare has never done this before.
People like
and
Borderlands.
Yeah. So I don't know. I hope it just doesn't get the Fallout 76 kind of treatment to it. Like,
Yeah, that's true. There are some
Yeah.
bugs. Even like walking through the town.
but that's what betas are for. They're
yeah.
fixing it, right?
Well,
right?
wasn't that the fear with Fallout 76 too? And then it kind of. I mean, regardless, I bought it because I wanted a Fallout game, and I was just like, sure,
Fallout,
whatever.
It's still Fallout.
Yeah, like I don't know. They should still try to polish it as best as possible. Like it's a AAA title. Well, this is a new AAA title,
Yeah.
so it should be good, right?
Yeah. I want it to be good. I love how it looks. I love how it plays. I want it to have, if I end up buying it, I want it to, be supported for a long time. So
I'd probably join if it looks good and we get it. I'd
Yeah.
probably get it with you. To
Oh,
be
yeah.
honest.
awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us. What did you think of Anthem? Did you play the demo? Let us know in the comments. We were drinking the Red Label Johnny Walker Scotch. First time we've had Scotch on the show. We're scrubs. Stay tuned, subscribe. We got a couple more videos for you guys, so stay tuned and have a great day. And you have a great living room. I am in your room right now, and it looks so good.
Put some pants on.
Put
you
on some
monster.
freaking pants.
Jeez,
God, you're
you've got guests in your house,
disgusting.
man.
Disgusting.
So weird.
All right, take care. Bye.
See you.